Hey everyone, welcome into the Quick 18 podcast. We are back after a long break. It's officially the off season of golf on grass up here in North Dakota at the Fargo Country Club. So with that, we fire it back up. This is going to be a rapid fire question rapid fire, right?
Yeah, quick hits,
hot takes. And we welcome in for the first time Brevin Smith. Brevin Smith, welcome to the pod, my friend.
Thank you.
Newly married, newly minted married man.
That's right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Why'd you run off to Maine to get married?
There's a little bit of reasoning on both sides of the family. It was somewhere my grandparents went every year. They really wanted to take our family. It was
beautiful.
Trip. It was incredible.
Yeah.
It was incredible. So there's that reasoning, and then her parents actually honeymooned there.
Okay.
After they got married. So
congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, we weren't invited, but that's okay. Hope you had fun. You're married.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Good for you. Well, we're thrilled to have you here with the pod, and we're going to do a couple segments today. Like I said, it's going to be rapid fire questions, a lot of things to cover. AC is going to drive the bus on this podcast. So Andy's going to call it out, and we're going to call it in the air, let's say.
Yeah. It's going to be a fun one today. Stay with us, whether you're driving home from work, to work, or Ubering for your kids with winter activities getting ready. We've got some quick takes today. Ask the guys to line up some hot takes, some predictions for the upcoming golf season. But obviously, super excited to have Brevin here with us today. But yeah, today's format, we're going short pod, 2 short segments, and then just kind of rapid fire some ideas and takes. First and foremost, if you're listening to this and haven't been caught up on the Internet Invitational on YouTube, there won't be any spoilers, but maybe a little bit, with little rules controversy. And that is the slope debate on a rangefinder. Now, this was one of Dave Portnoy, the founder of Barstool's, biggest rules that he came up with. Didn't really understand what he was talking about when he said it, but he said no slope on the rangefinders. Well, it came to it. So, Brev, do you want to explain to listeners what slope on a rangefinder is?
Yeah, so the slope on a rangefinder, basically it's just a little setting you can change on and off. And what it does is it just kind of calculates the slope on a golf shot, whether it's elevated or, well, it'd be elevated, but whether it's uphill or downhill, it takes that into account and gives you an adjusted number that you would have to hit the golf shot. Instead of just having to kind of do that math in your head or feel it, it just gives you an exact number you've got to hit to.
So if you're
not as really needed up here in North Dakota,
yeah,
right?
Not a big thing.
It's a tough upsell in the golf shop. Well, you want to get one with slope because there's like a little hill on a hole 5. You know what I mean?
It's for what it's
150 playing 150.6.
Yeah,
and for what it's worth, it's banned in PGA Tour events, which they reference on it as well.
But in this event that they had, they were playing at a very mountainous course. And so it was, I don't know, if it's like the one rule that even if you're not really into golf, people hear about, right? And so Portnoy didn't want the slope to be on.
Yep.
And there was an accusation from one of the players that the slope was turned on.
Which stemmed from the previous episode when they were at Cliffhangers, the par 3 course, because the number that said player shot the distance at was like 7 yards different than another player when he shot the yardage. So kind of some foreshadowing in that episode to what goes on. So what do we think? Do you think it's a big deal? Do we think it makes a huge change? You
got to be able to hit the golf shot. So, if it's not a mountainous terrain, I don't think a 5 handicap is going to have a major difference.
Yeah.
But if there's big discrepancies and where it could be 5 to 10 yards different per shot, 100%, absolutely. And so if there is one rule that they wanted to stick in place, it was that one. So it started this whole, it was a crap storm, if you will, on what was going to happen. And there was a lot of money on the line, obviously. So what's your take, Brevin? You think it's a big deal?
Yeah, I think I agree with what you said. I think you still have to be able to hit the golf shot, as you said. But yeah, it's probably not as big of a deal when there's not as much elevation change. It kind of depends on where you're playing. If there's going to be 5 to 10 yard difference or just a few yards, it's going to be more of a skill thing as well.
Okay.
Whether or not you're able to actually take that amount of yardage off, whether you have that good of a feel for your game, whether you know you're going to be able to hit a 163-yard shot versus a 167-yard shot.
With that said, we do what's our policy at the FCC?
In tournament play,
Yeah.
slopes off.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's necessary.
It's necessary now.
Consistency, I think.
Do we
too.
think that he had it on?
The video evidence, man. Like, I don't want to ruin anything for people.
Okay.
It just came out on this past Thursday, but from what I saw, it didn't look great.
It didn't look great?
But again, I'm not going to spoil anything because they don't know who we're talking about. But the ball didn't lie.
But the ball didn't lie. Yeah, explain what that means.
Ball didn't lie means that obviously with all these accusations to said player, they were in the finals playing for $1 million. So a third of $1 million per person, 3-person teams, alternate shot. Every shot matters.
This is like the Three Amigos on steroids.
The team that said player that was accused.
I mean, if we had $1 million purse for the Three Amigos at the club, that would get some
Portnoy, if you want to
activity.
come to Fargo, I mean, come on over. But yes, so needless to say, the accused person team did not win.
Okay.
So it kind of got shut down. So everything's fine on that aspect. But speaking of 5 handicaps and the world of golf ever changing, obviously, if I would have said, Dave, 10 years ago, YouTube golf is going to be equal, if not bigger, than PGA Tour golf, I think we all would have sat around and been like, no, you're crazy. And now they're out here pulling in 7-8 million views an episode. But on top of that, there's some changes that, as of right now, are still being planned to move forward with the USGA, and that's the golf ball rollback. Obviously, we've heard some rumors online from different professionals who have seen the golf ball at about they're saying anywhere from a 7 to 10% difference. Predominantly in just an increased spin rate,
Okay.
and ball speed. Do we think that's going to affect your average golfer? Brev, I'll let you start.
Yeah, I think I have looked, from what I've seen when I looked into it, it's probably not as much of a change for the average golfer as it is for somebody that has a higher swing speed, hits the ball further. It's going to impact that type of person more. So it kind of depends on, I guess it depends on the person. Yeah.
Yeah, so what's the line of, like, what handicap will notice, or is it more of a swing speed? It's more of a swing speed.
I think
right?
it's more of a swing
speed.
Swing
Okay,
speed.
so what percentage of FCC members are going to actually notice a difference?
I mean, I think everyone will notice a difference,
Okay.
but it'll be a difference where you notice for 2 rounds and, obviously playing from the proper tees. Like, you're not going to have sand wedges and 9-irons into the challenging par 4s, which I think is the whole objective over this.
Mm-hmm.
And like Brev said, like, there's a lot of, the higher handicapper who doesn't swing it as far but is playing a Pro V. Probably not the right golf ball anyways, because it's not spinning enough for you to actually
There's a good number of people that are
distance.
already doing this to themselves by playing the wrong golf ball.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. You're already limiting yourself based on what you're playing. We talk about distance, right? How about laterally?
Laterally, so that's the other key part, is it spins more, right? So there's a big talk on, people are saying, oh, just reduce the driver head. Well, you can go on YouTube or Twitter and see Rory and Matt Fitzpatrick and all these guys hitting drivers that are 2/4 size drivers, and they hit them just off the center as well. So I think they don't want to bifurcate the game in terms of the pros play one thing,
Yeah,
and the AMs play another.
yeah.
But
Which I like.
I do.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
like you want amateurs to go be able to play the same stuff that pros do.
correct.
Yep.
1,000%. But I think where the manufacturers are coming from is they don't want to have to go spend $50 million on R&D of a new golf ball and not get a return from the purchasing customer, because the pro guys aren't paying for their golf balls.
No.
But in terms of spin, I think it'll spin more. Ball speeds will just drop a touch, and then by spinning more, there's going to be a little more inconsistency left.
Time frame. When are we going to get these new golf balls on the shelves?
We've got time on the amateur side.
Are we going to have a rush on the current product
We still
before
got
the rollback?
we still got
comes up?
5 years till rollback will be in effect.
Yep.
But like I said, like there might not be a Pro V1 anymore, because how are you going to be able to differentiate? Like, is it going to be a different colored, logo or whatever it's going to be? So a lot to talk to, but we've got years. PGA 2028, full amateurs 2030. So we got time, but get it on your radars. Start stocking them now, especially if you got some shop credit.
By the way, that shop credit needs to be used
by the end of the year.
by the end of the year.
So awesome. Well, obviously, Internet Invitational, golf ball rollback. We will be right back after this break.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Yeah, sure.
Where do you get one of these?
To get the #1 golf swing rhythm trainer, go to orangewhipgolf.com. You gotta feel it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the FCC Club Confidential. Now, we are away from golf season outside, but that doesn't mean that your game has to stop. So over the next couple minutes, myself, Brevin, and Dave are going to talk a little bit about not only the sim structure at FCC with our brand new state-of-the-art TrackMan studios, but also how you can get in there, improve your game, utilize that opportunity, and show up 2026 spring hitting it better than ever. Now, before we get there, some things obviously that we've sent out regarding TrackMan. Brev, why don't you tell the listeners a little bit about the opportunity that we have with our new studios and kind of the whole complete overview on how to book it, how to do everything like that.
Yeah, well, first off, the new space is just incredible. Like, I was just in there on Sunday, and both of them were booked side by side, and there were NFL games on both TVs. I had YouTube TV on one of them playing 4 different games at the same time. They were watching the Vikes game on the other one. They got a full bar, just steps outside.
Don't say the Vikings on this podcast.
The value of the FCC membership is just skyrocketing. I love it. Let's go.
So I just want to say that, first of all, that space is incredible. But yeah, it's pretty neat. I mean, like we said, like we sent out, every member gets 2 hours. It's free to them to use. They just book it just like they would a tee time. They can do it online on the app. They can give us a call. We can book it for them. And yeah, it's just side by side, big TrackMans, TVs. There's tons of different ways you can use it, playing courses, practicing, anything like that.
And the price is right now, right?
Yeah.
Free.
Yeah.
Included in membership. Mm-hmm. No longer $30 an hour. So explain how much can they get for free?
Yeah, so they can members obviously 2 hours a day with no group stacking. If you have a question on what group stacking is, you can reach out to Brevin or I. But yeah, we love to see it utilized already.
So group stacking is if the 3 of us are in there playing, you book for 2 hours.
You book for 2 hours.
You book for 2 hours. We have it for 6 hours.
Yeah.
That would be not ideal.
That would be group stacking.
So 2 hours.
Abusive power.
Yeah. But that's
abusive friendships.
fair. But Schultz, indoors, you grew up obviously without this type of technology when you were playing competitive golf. But what would you say are some must-dos from our members this winter to fully utilize TrackMan and really try and improve their game and drop their handicap?
Never been a big indoor golf guy.
Yeah.
Played hockey growing up, but the technology is there. Like, we have the state-of-the-art technology. And so what I would do, I would go in there as soon as possible, right? You still played some golf within the last month outside. Get in there as soon as possible and get some baseline numbers with every club. Take a 2-hour window, get some baseline numbers, write them down, because you're going to get all the data you want. You're going to get more data inside than you will outside. And so knock down and get all those documented, and then decide what you think you got to work on. You got to bring spin down with the driver. You want to get more speed. You have great data to work off of. I think that would be the first step.
Yeah.
Get your baseline.
Get your
you have
baseline.
5 months. You
Yep.
have 5 months of indoor golf.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get some numbers on your own leaderboard, if you will, and make decisions. Ask you guys how you can get better in the off season.
I love it. Brev?
Yeah, I agree with everything he said. I think TrackMan is a great way for members to, like you said, get numbers on their swing. Like the amount of people that have come in already, and I've gone in to check on them, and they're asking me, what does this number mean? What does this number mean? What is this supposed to be? How do I change this? And then after you explain it to them, it's really good for them to kind of get a feel for how to change those numbers and how those numbers affect their swing and affect the ball and the ball flight. It's been really cool to see people take advantage of it. And
if they're so far off, if they need a fitting.
Yep.
On a certain club, right?
1,000%. I mean, and that's the coolest part. Myself and Tom Porton are putting together a little part 1 of 3 this winter, which will be coming out here in the next couple days. Brevin and Carter, we're in the midst right now of getting together some lessons, some instructions for groups, because we have heard that the feedback from the members that they enjoy to learn in groups, sometimes more than just individually. So that'll be something to look forward to coming out. And basically Clinic 1 is understanding what these TrackMan numbers are and what they mean. And, I think the biggest 3 to kind of piggyback off you two is golf really comes down to 3 metrics: your face angle, your path, and contact. And when you figure that out, obviously you can play with anything, but creating consistency in that and understanding what a path of -12 feels like versus -2 to hit more consistent shots will be super huge. But yeah, I think the TrackMans are unbelievable. Brevin, you want to fill the listeners in and even fill Dave in on what we just did earlier today?
Yeah, we put together per request. Again, I've had several people asking about it. We put together a little winter sim league series, different courses.
This is going to be the Internet Invitational inside.
Exactly.
The FCC.
That's
not for $1 million, unfortunately.
Want that
Golf
on
shop.
the record, not for $1 million.
Okay.
But yeah, we went through, found some pretty neat courses that we have on there, put together all the settings for it, and just kind of the logistics behind it. So we'll get that out here soon. Hope to start it up soon because there's been a lot of people asking about it. They want it.
I mean, when we talk about some of these courses too, like TrackMan did some big time updates.
Yeah.
Like we can take a full trip to Bandon and sleep in my own bed, but play the golf courses or Sand Valley, Cabot. I mean, it's the amount of golf courses that are on there. We were looking at maybe doing a little Bethpage, maybe doing a little Ryder Cup format. But that's a hard golf course in general. And then when you have no availability of like understanding where you are in trees. So that's why when we do these tournaments, we try and keep them more in a deserty, kind of almost American links, true links style, or else you can be in those trees for.
It's definitely a great option to get us through winter, right? Oh, yep. The new bar back there. You guys are cross trained to be bartenders, so it's going to be
Slinging drinks.
Yeah, well, and food. Mac's new menu has been really well received, so it's fun to have those options. Well, let's talk about. You have also on your notes some fun things to share this year. Our own members, elevating our own members.
So obviously our members course got used a good amount this year by a certain few individuals. I would say more than others. So I want to give some a little slowdown to give some shout outs to those members who are obviously well deserved. On the female side, Trisha Reel led our ladies in the most rounds played, at least that is per posted to their GIN handicap, as well as Mr. Todd Metzger, who played 130 rounds of golf this summer, with 99 of those being played at FCC. So I saw him actually in the sim. He was grinding last week. Per usual. And he said that he had been getting some texts and calls from buddies saying like, hey, it's just crazy. You played almost 100 rounds of golf. But that's what happens when you come out and fully embrace it. And obviously we love to see Todd, and Todd gets to see our grounds crew, first group out, and we see him back. What do you think his average?
You could play a lot of golf when you play in about 45 minutes.
I was about to say.
What do we actually think? Like you're in there a lot on like Wednesday mornings, those days where he gets out and flies. What do you think his average 18-hole Well, let's go front 9 because the back 9 he usually sometimes will catch maintenance.
He's with the grounds crew so much they make him mow greens.
Yeah. What do you think his average front 9 is, and then we'll give him an average overall? I would say front 9. I mean,
there was one day he went off, and I think I texted you guys, and I said Metzger just went off, first one 7 a.m. over under 63 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think he putted out on 9. Finished out on 9 and like 62, 63 minutes. And I talked to him afterwards. I said, wow, you were, like I said, a great line. I said 63 minutes. You were right on it. And he goes, yeah, it would have been quicker, but I had to stop. I stopped and talked to DL for a while. So it's got to be under an hour for his average pace because I mean, even Saturday mornings, he goes out and plays 5 balls with a bunch of other guys, and they play in 2.5 hours. Yeah. 5 of them.
Respect to the 5 balls that can play fast.
Yeah.
We have a member survey out there, right?
Oh, yeah.
We have a member survey out there, and there's some members that want to just slice the 5 balls,
which
for pace of play, which I don't hate.
You know what?
But at certain times. But so respect to those 5 balls that can keep up.
Yeah, 1,000%.
And I hear you, I see you, I understand the 6 balls that also can do the same thing, but it's still only October.
Yeah.
Okay, we're still 6-ems only in October.
Fair.
I know you can play fast, or it's an alternate shot, or you're playing a scramble, or some sort of you pick up if you miss the fairway, but it's still a 6 ball only in October, please.
Only in October. But obviously some things that we're learning from that membership survey, and it's
great,
and how important.
Fantastic. We can't get better unless you know.
Correct. But yeah, obviously pace of play high up on the priority list.
We have a couple members that really improved this year.
Yes. We had, let's see.
Cosmo
Graham and
one.
Chad Wisegram made huge changes on the guy's side. Cosmo went from like a 2-3 to like a +3, which like
Whew,
that
come on.
change
It's a big
is
change.
He ain't winning any net divisions.
no.
Not anymore.
And then Kelsey Dragosevich cut her handicap by about half. So I know she's on a big push right now, and got the green light to become a true scratch golfer. She said she was going to be coming in. Still haven't heard anything from her on lessons, but she said she was in. But she's busy. We all know that. And obviously a club champ who
What did Wisegram do?
Wisegram went from like
I didn't hear this
probably one. Like he got beat by Cosmo by like a half a point, but his jump was like 5 as well.
Wow.
I mean, this
Good for him.
I didn't know it. But yeah, he kind of figured out the driver a little bit, went crazy short driver length, hit in the center of the face more, and changed his game. So awesome. We will be back, but that was your Club Confidential, and we'll be back for one more segment. Go golf.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Yeah, sure.
Where do you get one of these?
To get the #1 golf swing rhythm trainer, go to orangewhipgolf.com. You gotta feel it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for our final segment, our Go Golf segment. Obviously, not a ton of golf going on here in the upper Midwest, but we're going to talk a little bit about the 2025 season and some predictions for 2026. Now, first and foremost, we have 2 pretty clear best players in the world right now on the PGA Tour, Scottie Scheffler and Rory McIlroy. Of those 2, they both had incredible seasons. Obviously, Rory finishes their career Grand Slam. Scottie continues his reign as world #1. He obviously switches to the mallet about probably, 2 years ago now, a year and a half, and has just revolutionized his putting. And I can go through the list of wins and key finishes really quick, and then we'll kind of go through on what our thoughts are and our takes are on whose season you'd rather have. So Rory McIlroy, obviously 2025 Masters, completes the Grand Slam, wins the Players' Championship in a 3-hole aggregate playoff, wins the Irish Open, the Race to Dubai, he was a season-long champion, and then obviously the Ryder Cup, he goes 3-1-1 with a European win on American soil. Scottie, PGA Championship, Open Championship, BMW Championship, the Pro Court Championship. He had 17 top 10s in 20 starts. I mean, that is ridiculous. However, goes 1-4-0 at the Ryder Cup and loses on home soil. So that's, to me, it's like, all right, he goes Scotty has two more majors or one more major than Rory this year at a 2-1. But what do we think?
Brevin, go ahead.
I mean, if we're factoring in what I think the season meant, like, to Rory's career, I don't think you can really top that. I think that's really tough to do. Winning the Masters to complete the Grand Slam, Irish Open, Ryder Cup on American, like that's a really tough season to beat for anybody. But if you want consistency, then you can't argue with anything against Scotty Scheffler. 17 top 10s and 20 starts is just unreal. So I think it's kind of more of a what you value more. Personally, I think Rory's, I would take that one. But there is an element to where it's kind of like what you value more, whether you want the bigger wins or you just want consistency over the entire season.
Yeah, I think a year that transcends an entire career is the career Grand Slam. Mm-hmm. And that's when you start the year with winning the Masters, which I think I think the Masters is like worth two majors.
Yeah,
like you're in it the rest of your life. It's such a special one, right? Mm-hmm. You start the year like that, but then you don't back down. That's the launch pad. And you go through all the emotions of trying to win it, how nervous he was, and getting to the finish line, winning the Masters, and then finishing, like you said, the Ryder Cup. These guys have more money than they know what to do with. They're all traveling real nice, and a career Grand Slam, and then winning the Ryder Cup with your buddies on foreign soil. Mm-hmm. Rory's year, hands down, by far, is the year I'd take.
Yeah. I'm 1,000% with both of you, which I'm actually kind of surprised at that all three of us are going on Rory's side, but couldn't agree more with the career Grand Slam. I mean, I think if you were to go to Rory, looking back on this, let's say 365 days, it's in that fall time plays. They're not really, the top players really aren't playing a ton in the fall, and you would have gone to Rory and said, hey, these are the only two things you're going to even sniff, and that's you're going to win the Masters and you're going to win the Ryder Cup. I think he would have signed, sealed, delivered, and be like, that's all I want. Yep. That's all I want for 20. I mean, because they've been talking about that on the European side. Like, Bethpage is going to be their spot. And, it is interesting, like, the way they set that golf course up. Like, Rory just had to be loving life. Mm-hmm. I mean, long, wet, short rough, soft greens. Like, that just is prototypical Rory. And I feel like Scotty usually thrives a little more under let's see how hard we can get this. And I'm going to make 2 bogeys over 72 holes and survive. So definitely a tough one for the United States, but also like super happy. I think the world of golf, Rory is like, I'm not going to call him the next Tiger, but I would say Rory's like the closest thing we've had to the needle mover since Tiger. Yeah.
For sure.
When Rory plays well.
He was the guy to step up for the PGA Tour when he decided that was one of the focuses of his year a couple of years ago. Yeah. And it seemed like he put that to bed and be like, all right, I'm done defending the PGA Tour. Yeah. I'm going to move on. Yeah. And he started playing good golf, but at the same time, he went from the beloved in the public's eye to all of a sudden enemy of the state when we got to the Ryder Cup. Mm-hmm. So I think he's going to have a really good year coming up. Even just people respect good golf and they respect great years. I don't care if you're an American or from Europe, you're going to respect that the guy just completed the Grand Slam and fought through all of the mental demons of being able to focus on that and winning. Yeah. It's been an interesting last couple of years for Rory, but he is the guy. Mm-hmm. He's the guy.
He is the guy. Mm-hmm. He's the needle.
I do think that Scotty's got some good personality to him, and I think the Happy Gilmore movie was pretty cool to see the way Scotty was portrayed in that. Mm-hmm. Really cool dude, and I like that. I think that he's a fan favorite. Yes, he's an American, but he is who he is. He doesn't apologize for it, and people really love authenticity. And Scotty. Mm-hmm. Yep. Plus, he doesn't miss a shot.
Yeah. Ever.
Oh, too good. All right. Well, on kind of topic with the tour talk. How about we go around the table and give us one prediction for 2026? Schultz, why don't you kick us off here?
All right, my prediction for 2026, Live Golf going to 72 holes. Why are they going to 72 holes? Is because they want their guys to get official world golf ranking points so they can get into majors. It's not locked in yet, but that's a huge hurdle. Now they're going from 54 to 72. My big call for next year is regardless if they get official world golf ranking points and when that happens, because it'll eventually happen, I think that the live guys who are qualified for majors are going to come into the majors more prepared. They're playing 4 rounds of golf. I don't care. I mean, that matters. Okay. They're going to come in more prepared. And I think 3 of the 4 majors in 2026, 3 of the 4 majors in 2020. Yeah. Eyebrow raising. 3 of the 4 majors in 2026 are going to be won by live golf guys. Pains me to say, but that's my bold prediction for 2026.
Huh.
Wow.
3 of 4 by live. So I mean, let's talk about actual contenders. You've got Bryson, Rahm, Joaquim.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
To each major, there's about 12 guys that can win.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Tyrrell Hatton.
Koepka, there you go. Koepka said it a few years ago, and he's not wrong. When you get to a major, you're looking around. There's one room of guys that could win the tournament, that have the pedigree to win over 72 holes at a championship level golf course under those conditions. I think live golf takes 3 of the 4 home. Again, it pains me to say it.
Yeah. It'll be interesting.
Pains me to say it.
It'll be interesting to see what goes
Now,
on.
do I know where their 4-round tournaments are this year? No, I don't. I don't even know where they play. But I do know that they're going to win 3 or 4 majors.
I love
What's your hot take, fellas?
Brev, what do we got?
I got to go with my guy, Tommy Fleetwood. Always been a big fan of his. Really big fan of his. I think he wins a major this year.
And I think his son wins every junior golf tournament.
Oh my God, his son is incredible.
What a stud.
Yeah, he is.
But yeah, I think he finally kind of turns things around, and he's been playing really well. Obviously, coming off of a big tour championship win. Hopefully, I think he carries that into next season and gets a major under his belt.
That is
big step for him.
I mean, the fall that he just had, like, you could argue he's the hottest player in the world. Obviously, he didn't play great in Dubai in the championship, but still, I mean, the spider with the Sharpie for alignment aids is a tough look, especially as a TaylorMade staffer with yourself. It's like they can't put on just like actual engravings, but you know what? He says he likes them better. Definitely a unique guy. But man, that's a fun golf shot to hit. God, we're all kind of taking hot takes, all being Americans, but like European, live. I'm going to go right back to my hero, the Scandinavian, a.k.a. the robot. We've talked about him a few episodes ago on how good his golf swing is. Ludvig Gobert will win a major. And here's the craziest take. In the next 365 days, Ludvig will overtake Scotty as the number 1 player in the world.
That was a double hot take.
Yeah,
Come on now.
Double
I'm
down.
not sure. Let me settle into this comment and let me think about this for a second. I feel like I should fire up a cigar. We need to talk about this.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
How? How is Scotty not going to be number 1? He doesn't finish outside the top 10.
Exactly.
You said 16 out of 20?
17 out of 20.
17 out of 20.
Well,
Excuse me.
We asked for bold 2026 predictions.
That's bold.
That's as bold as it gets. But
Mission
I also
accomplished.
know that in today's game, you know, the old saying, what is it? Drive for show, putt for dough is like the actual opposite from a data standpoint. Obviously, you have to learn how to putt. Scotty is still an average putter on the PGA Tour, but the way that he and Ludvig strike the golf ball, can hit it so high and so far with their long irons. I just think that with the setup next year, I think it sets up great for Ludvig. And if his putter gets reasonably decent, he's top 3 in the world. And if he gets 2 or 3 hot putter weeks in the proper weeks, I think it's definitely in the realm of possibility.
Okay. I love
There's
it.
my
Hot
justification.
Take. Hot take. I can't wait to watch it this year.
Week, or do you think he sustains it for a little bit?
I said that's a good question. I said Ludvig overtakes Scotty. Now that could be for 1 week and then Scotty goes and wins the next, but he will overtake Scotty in the next 365 days.
Well, I can't wait to
Crazy
reference
take.
this pod back in November of 2025 when it comes true, or it may be massive respect. Right now, I'm dogging you. I'm like, come on. No.
Oh, too good. Too good. Well, Brev, it was fun having you on. Schultz, you can take us off here, but thanks for sticking with us. And Brev, always a pleasure. Yeah. Carter, if you're home watching, hopefully your head's feeling better, dude.
Congrats on getting married, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I can know
Really
what the heck she
appreciate
was
it.
thinking, but she went forward with it, right? No, you're the man. Thrilled to have you at the club, and congratulations, and good to have another married man in the golf shop.
Yeah, join the club. Join the club.
I love it.
Well, that was fun this week. Thanks for being with us, folks. We will be back at some point soon. Why not? Let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
keep doing these podcasts, and hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.